The Herderian national theory, named after the philosopher Johann Gottfried Herder, is a concept that revolves around the idea that nations are distinct entities with unique language and cultural characteristics. According to this theory, each nation has its own identity and should be recognized as such. Herder believed that a nation's cultural and linguistic heritage played a crucial role in shaping its identity and should be preserved and celebrated. However, history did not always align with Herder's ideals. Despite his belief in the unpolitical nature of nations, nationalist movements often emerged within these nations, challenging the notion of a purely cultural identity. Herder's theory of national identity and cultural uniqueness has had a significant impact on the understanding of nations and their place in the world. His emphasis on the importance of language and culture in defining a nation's identity has influenced the way nations are perceived and understood. The concept of a nation as a distinct cultural and linguistic entity has been central to the development of national identity and has shaped the way nations interact with each other. Despite the theoretical emphasis on unpolitical nations, the reality of nationalist movements within these nations has led to a complex interplay of cultural and political factors. Herder's cultural criteria for defining a nation have become intertwined with the legitimation of states, as governments and political entities seek to assert their authority and legitimacy based on cultural and linguistic grounds. This has led to a blending of cultural and political considerations in the understanding of national identity and has added complexity to the concept of the nation. The Herderian national theory has also had implications for the idea of multiculturalism and diversity within nations. Herder's emphasis on the unique cultural and linguistic characteristics of nations has contributed to the recognition and celebration of diversity within nations. This has led to a greater appreciation for the richness of cultural and linguistic diversity and has influenced policies and attitudes towards multiculturalism and the coexistence of different cultural and linguistic groups within nations. In conclusion, the Herderian national theory, with its focus on the cultural and linguistic uniqueness of nations, has had a far-reaching impact on the understanding of national identity and the relationship between culture and politics. Despite the complexities and challenges that have emerged in the application of this theory, it has contributed to a greater appreciation for the diversity and richness of cultural and linguistic heritage within nations, and has shaped the way nations perceive themselves and interact with each other.